pings this truck. We're milling out the rotors, checking out the suspension, and he's got a little bit of an oil leak we're gonna diag today. Right now we're just taking off the true spike caps to get these wheels off and the rotors shipped out. Let's get to it.
What's up, Word?
Hey, Word, dude. You want to hear what a messed up differential is?
Yeah.
We need to, clear out some parking spaces. So I think it's time to move the dually. But it needs a new differential, and it possibly has a bent push rod. So let's see what it sounds like when we move it. You know what's really funny? Is when we inspected the differential, we took the fluid out and we didn't put the fluid back in.
It's dry. Alright, let's go.
Alright guys, so a little bit ago, I think it was our YouTube Rewind video, which was actually quite a bit ago, you guys saw this truck, our customer hit black ice. As you can see, it's not a tightening issue. The truck hit a massive median, and basically there's so much leverage with the wide tire that it literally snapped this axle completely in half. The wheel is still bolted to the hub and everything is just basically, the axle's literally snapped in half. The only thing that it sheared off was the bolt for the lower control arm. As that popped and broke, the whole truck fell, landed on the tire, crushed this whole thing. I'm sure the apron that basically holds this fender has probably got some damage to it as well. And then it also took a rear impact. The wheel's completely crooked because this axle's also bent. So you can see that there's definitely a massive problem here. The traction bar's also been bent and cracked from the impact in the back. Basically just tacoed the wheel. So we are gonna move this one over. This will help with parking, and then this will also make it easier. We're gonna start probably disassembling all of the suspension components and axles on this truck to start getting this thing rebuilt and back on the road. This bumper is already ruined, and there's not a very good way to move this. So we are going to strap up some chains and simply just move it from this spot to this spot. The problem is that this truck, there's really not a good way to move it. So it just requires a little bit of sketchiness for some things to happen.
Pick this up with your hand like this and then just scoot it over?
Yep.
He didn't even look amused. What do you think?
start working on this 2020. Going in to the threads. Cross-threaded the piss out of it. Damn it. I'm joking. You sure? Oh, I swear. Look. You gotta like pull it in, see? You gotta pull the rack towards you. Okay, good. They've kind of made this look somewhat similar to carbon fiber.
Oh wow, kind of did.
So we are doing train horns on this 2020 F450. One of the things that we like to do is custom switches. So this is one of the options. You can also use an upfitter switch. So you have this cigarette lighter and outlet that sits right here. And so basically what we've done is slightly modified it. So when you flip this up, it's a momentary train horn switch. We're gonna pull this entire dash piece apart. This just kind of pops out. Okay, once you've removed that, there's the 4 clips that they go. Then there is a 7mm. There's 2 of them and they just sit right here. So we've just removed our 2 bolts and now we're just gonna pop this off. Then we're gonna take these 2 7mm and then we're going to pull this center part. Okay, now we're going to get into this panel. Okay, so then on the back side of the stock one, you can tell this is kind of what the difference is. We've already modified this one. Pretty much the same thing. We just cut down the cigarette lighter. And then what we're going to do is just tap into the cigarette lighter outlet. Okay, so now we're just gonna test it. So now we are getting power. And that wire should be getting power, so we are going to basically hook everything back together, and it's super simple, so we're just going to start doing that. So yeah, basically we got this wire. Then we're gonna clean it up and have it basically run along the footwell, come down through here, and then this is the basically passenger side grommet. And then we just cut a little X into it, and then we'll just basically run this wire kind of through this X, so it's nice and clean, nice and factory. And then we're gonna figure out where the upfitter switches are, because in the 2020s they've rewired everything, and saying upfitter switches are on this side, but all I'm finding is PTO wires. So
where are the upfitter switches? Throttle? Nope. Draco?
it's okay to use
Upfitter switches. Do you know where they're at?
You may.
Nope. What kind of mechanics are you two?
So apparently on the 2020 Super Duties, aha, here it is. Look at that. Let me get a light so we can see this better. Right next to the passenger side battery, there's this fuse panel, and this fuse box is basically your fuse box for all your upfitter switches. Throw this light on to help see. And basically this clips into the battery box like so. And then all I did was just move these clips out and kind of move this. And then this will basically help us access these wires. And these wires are tangled up and basically we're super hidden. What's nice is that it tells you a description of which wire does what. So we are looking for basically an ignition, which is the brown wire. This will just be like super cinematic. All right, guys, so that's a wrap on the day. We just got this 450 finished. We did the train horn kit. We did the switch horn into the cigarette lighter. It has the tank and compressor, horns, all of that goodies. We did the rolling tunnel cover, the headache rack. I think that was everything, yeah. Oh yeah, and then we're gonna do dual steering stabilizers on it, possibly a leveling kit with wheels and tires. So you guys are gonna have to click subscribe, hit the notification bell, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully doing some cool stuff to this truck.